How many of y'all know that we're halfway into something? And it's exciting because we're getting great weight loss and you're showing results and all this great stuff's happening. But how many of y'all know that, summer's here, it's a little nice outside, ball games are here. There's tendencies to hit up those barbecues. In St. Louis, we're notorious for bratwurst and a pork steak, right? And beer. These things are, to Drew's, okay, now everybody's getting emotional. We need to calm down, all right? So we need motivation, right? It's good if we can get fired up and get going about something, but we need continual motivation to get us going. So I'm going to talk fast, but I have 50 ways to stay motivated for a weight loss program. So there's no way you're going to remember all these. One or two may jive with you. Get the audio and listen to it later. Get on the Facebook page. How many of y'all have ever heard of Facebook before? There's a couple people in here that aren't on our Facebook Like Us page yet, where you get all this stuff for free. So instead of paying for it, it's up to you. I would rather just you like us on Nepute Wellness and you can have it. So here we go. The topic tonight is 50 ways to stay motivated to lose weight. Okay? So here we go. Number one is this. And I've said this from day one, I want you to think wellness, not weight loss. Understand that what we're doing is a health and wellness program, and a side effect of getting healthy is what? You lose weight. But you know what a side effect of getting healthy is? You feel better, you sleep better, you're able to be a better spouse, a better dad, a better mom, hang out with your kids more, all these kind of things. You're a better person of yourself when you're well. Does that make sense? And we all want to be well. I mean, a lot of us want to be well, skinnier on a beach looking good. I get that, but ultimately we want to be well. Number two is this. I want you all to set reasonable goals. Now, here's the deal. I said something earlier that I want to let you know that there's a lot of people that have lost a lot of weight, some 20 pounds, some 40 pounds, some more, some less. I don't want you to hold yourself to the standard that everyone else is. You have to understand someone that weighs 500 pounds losing 40 pounds for them is like someone weighing 200 pounds losing 5 or 10. You understand what I'm saying? It's all relative to that person, okay? So you have to set realistic goals. So goals in life, goals are, we can do a whole thing on goal setting, but I want to make sure that you have a goal, because here's the deal. You're going to hit something at the end of the day. You're going to hit a target. It might as well be a target you're trying to achieve, right? So set a goal. If you haven't set a goal for your weight loss, set one. If you haven't set one for your 90-day challenge, set one. If you don't have a goal, if it's an ultimate goal of, let's say you want to lose 80 or 100 pounds, you're not going to do that most likely in 12 weeks, most of us in this room, and those of you listening, okay? But you can do it over, maybe 6 months, 8 months. So you need to chunk your goals down. Does that make sense? It's really important that we have realistic goals. Number two is this. Okay, limit, but don't eliminate. This is important, okay? Remember I talk about the 90-10 rule, or sometimes I'll say the 80-20 rule, just it kind of depends on what kind of mood I'm in that day, right? So if 80% of the time you're spot on, 20% of the time you do what you need to do and cheat a little bit, have a little fun. But understand that you've got to have that strong 80% to back up that 20% of mistakes, or you're not going to succeed. So what I'm saying is, limit, don't eliminate. If there's something that you've grown up eating and you just absolutely love, don't eliminate it, completely limit it back to what you're normally doing. Does that make sense? There was a lady the other day that she was just going off about, what are these little things? They're not Twinkies, but anyway, it's like a Twinkie-like thing. And she's, ho-hos? Is that what it's called? It was a ho-ho. That's it. I don't even know what a ho-ho is. It's a chocolate thing filled with cream. This is what she told me. Okay, they're right on. Okay, when I see ho-hos, I'll tell you this. I was at a health trade show maybe 5-6 years ago, and you ever been to a trade show? There's just vendors everywhere. There was a guy there. It was a vitamin store, and he had a thing of bananas and fruit and stuff that was like a week old, and it was all rotted and sick. And then he had a Twinkie in a wrapper, and the plastic that they are. But it was sitting up on the back of this thing, and it says, "Do not touch," from 1983. And the thing is that the Twinkie looked like right out of the box. It wasn't even, but the saran wrap was like deteriorating. How many of y'all know that something ain't right if it sits there since 83 and it don't, but the saran wrap starts to degenerate? Yeah. But anyway, she's like, "Don't take my ho-hos away from me." She goes, "I'm not doing this program. I'm not losing." I said, "Chill out. Back off, relax, have one ho-ho instead of 5. I can do that." When she's lost a bunch of weight because of it. That's pretty cool, right? So, limit, don't eliminate. This is another thing. This is really important. Pace yourself. Doing too much at one time, you're going to burn out. So pace yourself. A lot of you have talked to me about, okay, now I want to start adding exercise into my program. Beautiful. Pace yourself with it, okay? I want to switch my diet from what I'm eating to all vegan or all natural. Great. Pace yourself at it. I don't suggest you going and running a marathon tomorrow. Don't go run a marathon tomorrow. But if you want to join the gym, cool. Go a couple days a week instead of every day. Pace yourself, okay? Number 5 is this. This is, I don't even really want to mention this, but so we get on the scale a lot, right? Because every week we weigh in just to hold ourselves accountable. But how many of y'all have a scale at home and you're weighing yourself? I would say maybe once a week come in the office and do it. Because if you're weighing yourself every day, because here's what happens, okay? What if you get off, if you do this yo-yo thing up and down, man, you're going to get so frustrated. If that happens 2 days in a row, you know what? This is crap. That Nepute said I'd lose weight. This is blah, 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 blah. But you know what? 3 days later, you may have lost 5 pounds. We had a lady come in, remember the 3rd or 4th day that we did this, the week that we did this, she was all bummed out. She's like, man, I've been weighing myself every day. This is ridiculous. She goes, I just stopped weighing myself last 3 days. I was actually coming and I tell you I was going to quit. I weighed in and lost 5 pounds. It's cumulative. It's not every day. It's what, it builds up. You understand what I'm saying? So don't get on that stupid scale every day. And it's not just about pounds. Somebody's laughing over here, so it must be her or him. But it's pounds and inches. Do you see? It's pounds and inches, not just complete weight loss. The next one is this. Here's the thing. You gotta have positive, consistent habits. So it says right here, be consistent in all changes that you make. If you're going to do something, be consistent with it. You've got to consistently do what's successful to be successful, right? Someone was just telling me a little bit ago, one of my staff members was telling me about Google. The people who want to make billions of dollars on Google, they just look at Google, study Google, they live Google, okay? They get it because they're in it. If you want to learn how to lose weight, you got to do this right. It's not really losing weight, it's becoming healthy. Come to the workshops, get books, ask me for materials, get educated, get educated on this stuff, okay? But be consistent and be positive about it. This is a huge thing. Number 7, celebrate victories. Celebrate victories, even if they're small. You know what? How about if you didn't gain any weight this week? That's a good thing. Okay, what if you only lost a pound, okay? But what if you feel a lot better? What if now, you know what, I haven't lost a lot of weight this week, but you know what, my back pain's gone, my knee pain's gone, I feel really good, I've got enough energy to play with my kids. Celebrate little victories. And you really should celebrate them. It's important. That's one problem that we have in this world is we don't celebrate small victories, and we really should. We're always looking for the home run, but really and truly base hits is what gets you to the Hall of Fame, right? So number 8 is this. I know this sounds silly, but it really does work. Colors, different colors motivate you. People always joke because I'm always changing the colors of my walls in the office. Those of you patients that have been with me for years, how many times have I painted, knocked down walls, put up new stuff? I keep you on your toes. There's a reason for it. There's a method to my madness, okay? There's a color that's really motivating and stimulating. You know what it is? It's red. Red's a good color to get you motivated. If you're feeling depressed and you're feeling sad, there's a tremendous amount of research out there. There you go. You put some red on. Tiger Woods wears red on Sunday because he gets him motivated. That's his deal, okay? Maybe not the world's greatest example of someone that you want to follow, but whatever. Red is motivating, okay? Red is good, okay? So if you want to motivate your day, if you think tomorrow's going to be the day you're going to go work out, wear red. I don't know. Get some rose-colored glasses, right? Look at red. Red is good. Number 9 is this. Track your results. That's important. You want to track your results. We're obviously doing that for you, but I want to make sure that you're tracking them as well. Number 10 is this. This is very important. Drop the perfect mentality. Drop the perfection. We're all human. I almost had to wing this workshop because I lost my notes 10 minutes ago, okay? There's no way I could have remembered all 50 of these, all right? We all make mistakes. If you fall off the wagon, the cool thing about it, just jump right back on and get on wherever you're at, okay? Who cares if it was 20 years when you fell off? Jump back on, And don't make excuses about your life. Just move forward. I know this is silly, but I'll put this one down too. Be kind to yourself. Give yourself a hug once in a while, okay? A buddy of mine told me this, so I don't know if y'all know this, but I have a radio show, and every Sunday at 3, shameless plug, every Sunday at 3, 97.1 FM News Talk Radio, listen to me live, Wellness Matters. But we had a doctor call in or email us or get some hate mail. How many of y'all know that you make it when you get hate mail, right? So I had a doctor get some hate mail, and I was talking about the hate mail on the radio, and there was another doctor buddy of mine. He goes, you know what that doctor just needed? Just needed a hug. And you know what? He's right. Because, I mean, sometimes, I don't know if y'all, some of you are patients of mine, sometimes when y'all are having a stressful day or whatever, we high five you, give you a hug, life is good. Sometimes you just need to realize that everything is okay. It's not as bad as you think it is. Give yourself a little hug and just smile. It makes me cheesy if I do that to myself, but it makes me feel good. So when you all are mean to me, I go in my office and I just hug myself to death. I really do. It works. I know it's silly, but it works, okay? This is another one. Nix the all or nothing deal. You know, there was a time in my life that I realized that I used to say, well, you're either all in or you're all out. I ain't wasting my time unless you're doing this, okay? But that mentality really, how many of y'all know that as you age, you get wiser? Or you should anyway, okay? Some of us don't, but some of us do. Nix that mentality. You know, the whole all in or nothing, no. Go in when you're ready to go in, okay? And if you're ready to go all in. But I'm not going to berate you, rebuke you, rebuttal you, any of that stuff. If you just go halfway in and check it out, you know, that's okay if that's where you're at now. But when you understand you're only going to get that much success. And whether that's with a weight loss program or with exercise, that's anything in life. True, right? So the next one. I think I've already mentioned this. Have accountability partners. That's why we're here. Each day, write down your goals for that day to make you feel better. How many of y'all have ever heard of something called journaling before? Okay, I know this is a silly thing, but it's phenomenal, and I do it a lot. And I actually learned this from a guy by the name of Joel Osteen. You ever heard of Joel Osteen before? You ever heard of his mother? Her name was Dodie. Still is. She's still alive. Still his mother, I guess. Always will be. She was diagnosed with terminal cancer. I don't know if you know this or not. She was diagnosed with cancer. Doctor told her there's nothing can be done. She's got terminal cancer. This is it. Say goodbyes, pack your stuff, and life. That's it. But what she did was she did a couple things. She journaled every day. She called it a journal, a gratitude journal. She wrote down everything every day what she was grateful for. Every day she wrote down the things that she was happy about and grateful for in life. She wrote her kids, her life, blessings that God gave her, all these things. And she'd look at every day and she just would feel so proud of her life and so rejoiced. And even if your life is the pits, quote unquote the pits, okay? Everybody can find things they're grateful for. I always ask folks all the time, tell me something good. I never say, how you doing today? How's your headache, man? How's your back? Tell me something good. And if people can't remember, I purposely put up here, life is good. I just have them sit up and I go, look, dude, life is good, right? You need to be grateful for what you've got. If you do that gratitude journal, I'm telling you, that'll change your world. There's another doctor friend of mine he was in a couple of movies. His name's Dr. John DeMartini. He's a big deal, okay? And this guy, and I believe him because he's that weird of a dude, but he's a genius weird. How many of y'all know people like that? They're like just crazy genius weird. This guy says he will not get out of bed until he is so grateful. Like he won't get out of bed. He starts thinking about it until it brings a tear to his eye how blessed he is. Now, I will tell you, John DeMartini is a billionaire and travels around the world on a floating yacht that's like, the Taj Mahal I don't think it's going to take me a lot to start crying if I lived like that on golden sheets. But anyway, John, if you ever see this, God love you. Accountability partners, talk about that. Here's the thing. When you fall down, get right back up and get moving. If you fall down, get back up and get moving. Don't have that mentality, if I fell off the wagon, well, that's it, I'm done. Get back on it. It's just that simple. It really is just that simple, okay? I've seen it happen thousands of times, so you can do it. Focus on what's right. Do what's right. Do the system. Do the program. Okay? Stop focusing on the physical changes. If you look in the mirror and it still looks out to here, so what? Look at the weight loss. Look at the inches you've lost. Don't look at yourself and say, oh my gosh, I'm still overweight. I'm still obese. You have work to do. Okay? Stay focused on the goal. Another thing, I want everyone to start scheduling things better in their life. I'd really like you guys to start scheduling some things like, when are you going to have your shake? Schedule it. Write it down. I know it's silly, but I write down when I take my vitamins and supplements. Because if we have a schedule written down, people will stay with it. It's just like that whole thing about having written goals. How many of y'all have ever heard of goals before? Okay? So real quick, I'm going to tell you something. And this was a Tony Robbins thing. I heard this from Tony Robbins. So we're in a room. And there's a ginormous fly flying around here, so I apologize for that if anybody gets bit. So it's big. I know you see it. You're like a little frog. You're like, there's protein in there. That's good. So look, So Tony Robbins, how many of y'all have heard of Tony Robbins before, right? So Tony Robbins tells me he's in a room, he's got all of these like just world-class athletes and just amazing people and all this stuff, and he says, how many of you all have goals? And everybody, who all has goals? We all have goals, right? So like 90% of the people raise their hand. I have a goal, I want to do this. And then he says, how many of you have that goal written down? And like, 40% of the people raise their hand. I've got it written down. And then he says, how many of you actually have that goal written down on you right now? And like 10 people raised their hand. And he says, I want all you people to stand up. And you know who it was? It was like Muhammad Ali, world-class deal. Bill Gates, quadrillionaire dude. People who are like uber successful folks know their goals. They have smart goals. And they not only do they have them written down, but they look at them regularly. Did you know that? I know that's a silly thing and not to be too cheesy, but every day I have mine. I keep it in my little money clip.
Does it say grow hair?
No. I lost my goals. No, I gave that one up a long time ago when I got married, but they're actually right here. They're laminated, and part of it is, personal and business and health and what I want to do in the world and all that stuff, and it's written down. I know it's cheesy, but it works. It helps you get to a certain level of success. So if you got a little deal in your pocket that says, lose 10 pounds by the end of the month, and you pulling out some change and you're getting ready to buy a candy bar, and you look at your hand, there's a little note that says, I'm supposed to lose 10 pounds by the end of the month. It might deter you from doing something. I'm just saying. What do I know? You know what I mean? Anyway, here's the last one I'm going to go on to, because there's 25 more, and I'll just make sure these are online so y'all can have them, because I'm running out of words. I'm running out of breath here. So a couple things is this. If there's something that is not working in your life, especially with a weight loss deal, change the scenery, okay? Change the scenery. What I mean by that is this. It's a metaphor, but what it means is, if something's not working like it's supposed to, you got to change something. And the first thing you need to change is your physiology, okay? This is not only true for being successful in a weight loss program, but it's also true about being successful in health and in life and in business and with your kids and all that. If you're not happy with your attitude about something, you need to change your physiology. There was that fly. Did you see him? He was jealous of my hair, Dave. So let me teach you a trick. I'm going to teach you a technique that's phenomenal. Now, I've taught thousands and thousands of CEOs this, and business people and just regular folks in the world how to decrease their stress and change their scenery. That's what I call it. It's called a scenery change or an attitude adjustment. So I'm going to teach you this, and this is a powerful thing. So the next time you're under stress, I want you to do this, all right? So the first thing you need to do when you change, if you're stressed out or you're sad about something or something's bad, the first thing you need to do is change your physiology. So guess what? If you're mad and you're sitting, you need to stand up, or you need to sit up straight. Or like my staff knows that I'm mad because I'll be walking in circles around here. Okay? They know that Dr. Eric's walking in circles. Don't mess with him. I'm trying to walk it off, right? I'm changing my physiology. The second thing you need to do, like I just said, you need to move. So if you're sitting, stand. Okay? If you're not being mobile, move. Start moving your body. If you change your physiology, that'll start getting your blood to your brain pumping. It'll start changing the way you think. Another thing you do, step 3, is you change your breathing. Okay? So again, people that know me know if I'm mad, and if you see me and I'm walking in a circle around here and I'm going, sorry, I spit on you, you just got baptized. But they know that I'm working something out. Okay? But I'm going to teach you the last thing is this. You need to change your focus. How many of y'all ever get mad about something? How many of y'all have something in your life right now that's bothering you? You're constantly thinking about it, you can't change your physiology. I'm going to show you right now. So what you need to do is you need to find something called a focal point. Okay? Have a focal point and do those things. Change your physiology, get up and move, breathe different. The thing that I think of is this. You have to think of something that makes you laugh or makes you smile. So I'm going to let you in on a secret of mine. My thing that makes me laugh, makes me smile, helps me change my mindset. I remember, so I have 3 little kids now, but I remember when my son, who's now 8, no, he's 7, he'll be 8 next month, and my little daughter, who's 5, I remember when they were little, like he was like 2 and she was like a year old, like just old enough to like walk and run a little. And I remember it was like bath time at our house, and I remember sitting at the end of my hallway. I got this long hallway, and there's like a bathroom here. I remember my 2 little naked butt kids running away from me, and all I see is their big fat jiggly butts with, like, my daughter used to be like the little Michelin woman, you know, the little butt, and just bouncing, just, you know. See, it made you laugh, right? And every time I think about that, man, it makes me smile, makes me laugh. Like, that's just, you know. So if I get a bad call from somebody, or I got a stressed out employee, or, man, I'm mad because I'm not I'm not doing my program like I'm supposed to, and I'm mad at myself, I need to change my physiology. It's called state management. So change your state. So I get up, if I'm sitting, I get up, I start moving, I'm breathing deep, and I start thinking about that, and I promise you within about 30 seconds, maybe to a minute, man, I'm gone from, this is horrible, to, you know what, this ain't so bad, life is good, so many great things are coming my way. Does that make sense? I'm telling you, that's a huge, huge thing. Now, I've got another 25 tips for motivation that you can have, and I'll put those on the net, and I'll give them to you because you take them every night, and we make copies of them, okay? But it's just a list that I've compiled over the years. There's 25 more things that I could go over, but I just think that that's a pretty good list to start with. Does that make sense? Okay, so very good. So here's the deal. What I want to do now is I want to open it up for questions. People who have comments, people that need help with something. What are you struggling with that you need some help with now? So tell me, anybody have any questions?